Whitney and Simone shouldn't be in there.
Sweetheart, they're only concerned about the old man, that's all.
Well, they could ask me. I don't want them anywhere near Chad. I want them to come out of there now.
All right.
Hey, Grace took Charity and the kids home.
It's good.
Eve, are you sure it's okay for Charity to go home?
Well, I wouldn't have released her, Sam, if I didn't think she was all right.
I know. You're the doctor and I trust you, but she may be my niece, but I love her like she's one of my own daughters. I mean, to see her tied at the stake with all the smoke and the flames around her, it was just...
Thank God you were able to save her.
Sam, did you ever find out what caused the fire?
No, but I think it was started underneath the stage.
What? Some kind of loose wiring or something?
I don't know, but I'm damn sure gonna find out. I mean, Charity was reluctant to take part in that school pageant after being involved in that fire that killed her mother. I mean, but we assured her that the fire was not gonna be real, and, you know, for this to happen to
Sam, you can't blame yourself, man, okay?
Besides, something good did come out of it. Charity seems to have gotten her memory back.
Yeah. Listen, did that hit-and-run victim, did he wake up yet?
Yeah, why?
Well, I want to ask him a few questions, see if he remembers anything about the accident.
Say it again, Orville? You ain't making sense, man.
I said I knew a secret about you, Chad.
No, I got that part, but that other thing you said.
If you continue to search for your past, you'll die.
Darling, you feel so good.
Well, well, well. Tonight was certainly one for the record books. You didn't say one rude or insulting thing all evening, but then you hardly spoke all evening. Still worried about what Sheridan might do?
Drop it, Ivy.
But you know I love a good mystery.
Well, here's a mystery. Why did I ever marry you? I haven't a clue.
Imagine Sheridan's childhood nightmare about standing over a dead body, blood on her hands, in this very room. Just happens to coincide with Martin Fitzgerald's disappearance. Don't you find that intriguing, Julian?
Go to bed, Ivy.
Your sister found it intriguing, Julian. In fact, she was quite taken aback when she noticed the coincidence. And you know how persistent Sheridan can be. I bet she doesn't stop until she solves this mystery.
Stop it, Ivy.
No, but I love to see you sweat.
You think this is a joking matter, but it isn't. It's damn serious. You could destroy this whole family. That includes your precious Ethan and all your glorious plans for his future. So don't you dare gloat over my fears. And especially don't let Pilar get wind of any of this. It's her husband who's involved.
Pilar.
Someone's in there. Lights on.
Can you tell if it's your father?
No, I only see a shadow.
Well, go ahead, knock again. What?
I've been waiting years for this moment. Confront my father, ask him why he abandoned his family.
If he is your father.
Someone who works here is using Martin Fitzgerald's social security number and his name. I mean, that's why I came all the way to New Mexico.
I understand. I hope that he is your father for all our sakes. I meant for Pilar's. That's why I'm here.
Hey, open up.
Who is it? What do you want?
I need to talk to you about someone who works here.
Who?
Martin Fitzgerald.
That's me.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could kissing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Why would I die, Orville? I mean, who would want to kill me just for looking into my past?
That's what I'd like to know.
Oh, man, the chief of police.
What's going on here, Chad?
Look, this ain't no business of the police, okay?
Oh, yes, it is. I'm investigating this hit-and-run accident this man was involved in. And what's this about Chad dying?
Who's Chad?
This man right here, Chad Harris. You said if he kept searching into his past that he would die. Now, why would you say that?
What about his past?
That's what I'm trying to find out, Orville, about my family. You said you knew me here in Harmony as a baby, remember?
Do I know you?
Come on, now, don't start zoning out on me again. Come on, it's me, Chad Harris, okay? Come on, man, stay with me.
Where am I? Who are all these people?
All right. Come on, that's enough. Patient needs some rest.
I'm so tired.
You know, this old guy seems to be very strange. How do you guys know him?
I met him at the book cafe.
And, Simone and I were with him when we met him.
You were with Chad when Orville got hit, and you were with him when he met Orville at the book cafe.
Yep.
I didn't know you were spending so much time with him.
And here comes a lecture about hanging out with Big Bad Chad.
Orville said he had a secret about Chad and his family. We were just trying to help him find out what it is.
Well, this guy seems a little scattered.
Yeah, he rambles sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. But do you think he's legit, Chad?
No, I didn't think so at first. Just thought he was a crazy old man. But then he had some pretty convincing information about me and about my past.
Like what?
Like he knew I'd been living in L.A., and he also knew about my birthmark.
A birthmark? Where?
On his left butt cheek.
What? How do you know that? Simone?
I saw it, but I just looked really quick because Orville couldn't find his magnifying
Whitney,
glass.
you know what? I think you better quit while you're ahead.
I need to ask you kids about the accident.
I know what happened.
You do?
Yes, I do. Someone doesn't want Orville to tell Chad about his past.
Here she goes with the X-Files conspiracy theory again.
It makes sense. Orville was just about to tell Chad something about his past at the book cafe, but he stopped, got nervous, and then he went outside to make a phone call.
Phone call to who?
Oh, he wouldn't say, see. But when we went out looking for him, he was gone. All that was left was his hat. But that led us to his apartment. And I waited for him there all night. He didn't show up till this morning.
And that's when he told us about the birthmark.
See, I think he was on the verge of telling me something real big about my past. That's when he ran off and got hit.
And just now, Orville said, if Chad kept looking into his past, he'd die. I mean, isn't it obvious? Someone doesn't want Chad to know about his past.
Yeah, but who? And why?
Gwen? Gwen, this is not what you think. Please, let me explain.
I'm sure you have an explanation, Ethan. You always have an explanation. You know, I really don't want to hear it this time. You know, I don't ever want to hear your voice or see your face
Gwen,
ever again,
stop.
for that matter.
Just please, listen to me.
I'm through being played for a fool, Ethan.
Gwen, now listen.
Wait, let me explain. I'll tell you what's really going on.
Pilar, how long have you been standing there?
I just walked in the door. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting, but I really need to speak with you, Mrs. Crane.
Of course.
I'll get it.
Yes?
I thought you were still at the school pageant rehearsal.
I left. There was a message on the answering machine from Teresa when I got home. She said she was with a friend, but her friends haven't seen her.
Oh, you must be worried sick. No, Teresa is up at our cabin with Ethan.
At your cabin with Ethan?
Julian had some papers he needed Ethan to sign, so he sent Teresa up. Let me write down the number so you can call her.
Thank you. I really need to speak with her.
Oh, well, I'm sure she's fine. Ethan is with her. I just hope that Gwen made it through the snowstorm.
Gwen? Gwen is on the way up there?
Well, Teresa left first with the papers that Julian wanted Ethan to sign, so I imagine she got there before Gwen. Oh, no. What? Is something wrong, Pilar?
What do you mean the Crane jet isn't available? I need it in the morning.
Well, maybe your sister will be back by then.
My sister? Sheridan took it?
Yeah, she took it out earlier today. Hasn't come back yet.
What? Where'd she go?
Well, the flight manifest says Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Santa Fe.
And she had a passenger with her. One of the local Harmony cops.
That cop wouldn't happen to be Luis Lopez Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's him.
Damn her. I can't let them find out what's down there. I have to stop them before it's too late.
You're Martin Fitzgerald?
Yeah? Who are you? What do you want?
I have some questions about a car.
Why, can't it wait till morning?
No, I can't. It's really important.
All right. The door's locked from the inside. I'll have to get the key. Just wait.
Could you tell if it was your father?
No, I couldn't make him out.
I hope to God it is.
I guess this is it. All these years of wondering if he was dead or alive. Guess I finally have the answers I've been looking for.
So will I.
I know how this looks, Gwen, but Ethan's telling the truth. Nothing is going on.
Really?
We were just sleeping.
Oh, was that all, Teresa?
Yes, that's all.
The heat and electricity went out, and we were just trying to stay warm.
Oh, and I bet you kept each other quite warm. Probably pretty hot, right, Teresa? Especially with Ethan's arm around you.
Gwen, I didn't even know my arm was around her. I was dreaming.
Ethan, if you wanted to break up with me, you could have at least had the decency to do it instead of planning this little rendezvous with Teresa.
I didn't plan anything.
He didn't even know I was coming up
Then
here.
what the hell are you doing here, Teresa?
I brought him some papers for him to sign.
Papers, really?
She's right. I mean, it's only because of business that she's here.
Business, yeah, and I bet I know what kind of business.
Gwen, it's true.
Really? Then how is it that she got up here before me? Because all the roads have been closed because of the snowstorm.
I got here before the storm closed the roads.
Before? That means that Teresa was here when I was on the phone with you? You mean to tell me, while I was telling you how worried I was about you up here all by yourself, she was here with you? I don't believe you, Ethan! You led me to believe that you were here all by yourself waiting for me when all the time Teresa was here with you? No wonder you wanted me to turn around and go home. What did you tell me, Ethan, that you were so worried about me being out in the storm all by myself? You didn't want anything to happen to me? No, what you didn't want was for me to come up here and find you in bed with Teresa.
Is something else bothering you, Pilar?
I really don't want to.
Is it about what Julian told Luis about your husband? I can imagine that Luis is very upset.
Yes, he was. And he's not home tonight, and I'm worried that he may be trying to find his father.
Pilar, we've known each other for a long, long time, and I consider you a friend, not just an employee.
I know.
Yet in all that time, you've never talked to me about your husband's disappearance.
That's personal, Mrs.
And very painful, I know. But you haven't heard from him in all these years?
No, not a word.
It's odd. You always gave me the impression that he was a strong family man, dedicated to you and the children.
Yes, he was. His family came first, then the church. He was a good, decent man.
And yet he embezzled money from Crane Industries?
With all due respect, Mrs. Crane, I don't believe that. Nor do I believe that he deserted the family.
Then why did he leave?
I don't know. But I know my husband, and he loved his family above all else. My feeling has always been that he left in order to protect us. It's the only reason he would leave. Why or who forced him to leave, I don't know.
Have the chauffeur take you home, Pilar.
No, it's okay. I'll take the bus.
No, it's late. I insist. And don't worry about Teresa. She's going to be fine. And Pilar, I want you to know that I am always going to be your friend.
Thank you, Mrs. Crane. Good night.
Good night, Pilar.
Do you think this man is your father?
I don't know. Guess we'll find out soon enough.
Why did you lie?
What?
Just now. Why did you tell him you were here about a car? Why didn't you tell him who you are? The real reason you're here.
Right. You know, my father ran out on my mother, me, and the rest of my family years ago. We haven't heard a word from him all that time. Not one word. So what do you think he's gonna do when his son just shows up out of the blue? You think he's gonna greet me with open arms? Hell no. He's gonna take off just like he took off all these years ago. Well, I'm not gonna let him this time. Because I'm here and I want answers. And I'm gonna get those answers no matter what.
Linder Industries. Yeah, this is Martin Fitzgerald. I haven't heard your voice in years.
You know, our daughter has a very vivid imagination.
Yes, she does.
But what I said makes sense, considering everything that's happened. Someone doesn't want Orville telling Chad what he knows about his past.
Do you know anyone else who knows Orville?
No, we just met him.
What about you, Chad?
Well,
Well, what?
he seemed to know Dr. Russell.
You know him, Eve?
You remember me, don't you, Eve?
You need to rest.
I thought you said you didn't know him, Dr. Russell.
What?
When I asked you before, you said you'd never seen him.
I don't know him.
He just called you Eve.
Well, he must have heard someone call my name. I don't know why he's saying these things. He's delirious. Probably a result of the accident.
You sure you've never seen him before?
I told you no.
Sweetheart, he did act like he knew you before.
I never met him before tonight. The poor man's confused.
Okay. Look, I need to see you three over here. I need to talk to you about the accident, all right? Get each other in the way. Sweetheart, I know why you're upset. Secrets. It's about secrets, Eve. That's why you're upset.
I don't know what you mean.
Sweetheart, I know that you're upset that our daughters have been spending time with Chad.
Oh, I told Whitney and Simone I didn't want them to be around him. He's a street tough. He's arrogant and rude.
Babe, he's not a bad guy. He's a little rough around the edges, and he's doing an excellent job for me at the school.
Well, TC, if you want him to work for you, that's your business. But I don't want him anywhere near our daughters.
Sweetheart, they're only trying to help. Help him find out about his past, about his family.
I don't care. I don't want him near them. I thought he was trouble, but now I'm convinced of it.
Why, honey? Why are you so sure? Gwen, will you listen to me?
You lied to me, Ethan.
Gwen,
you led me to believe you were up here by yourself. That is the same thing as a lie. How many other lies have you told me, Ethan? How many?
None. I've never lied to you, I swear. I love you, Gwen.
Don't you dare touch me!
Gwen!
You shut up!
You have no right to be mad at Ethan.
How dare you tell me how to feel, Teresa?
None of this is his fault. He didn't even know I was coming up here.
Really?
It's true. He was expecting you. He had this whole cabin done up just for you. He had little love notes leading up into the bedroom.
Teresa?
There were candles burning and rose petals on the bed. And he wanted to surprise you by jumping on being naked and kissing you passionately, taking you to the bed.
Naked? Now, how do you know all this, Teresa? Did Ethan discuss all of his romantic plans with you?
I only know this because that's how he greeted me when I walked in.
Excuse me? Ethan kissed you? Naked, Ethan?
Mr. Crane, I haven't heard from you in years. What's going on?
There are two people down there right now in New Mexico looking for you.
Looking for me?
Have they shown up?
There's two people outside right now. I was just about to let them in.
No. It might be them.
Who?
One is my sister Sheridan, and the other's a name you'll recognize, Luis Lopez Fitzgerald.
They can't find me.
I know they can't find you, Martin. Now, I want you...
Who would call this time of night?
Maybe it's his wife. Oh, God, Luis, I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking.
You know, the guy couldn't even bother to leave a goodbye note when he walked out on us. Why would he go to the trouble of getting a divorce if he wanted to get remarried? Just add bigamy to the list of crimes. Along with embezzling from your family, abandoning his own family, and breaking my mother's heart. What a swell guy I've got for a father.
We don't even know yet if he is your father.
There's a guy living and working in Santa Fe using Martin Fitzgerald's social security number. And the guy even said he was Martin Fitzgerald.
He could be someone who just assumed your father's identity. I mean, took his papers.
Meaning my father's probably dead. I'll tell you what. I'd rather find out that my father was dead than to find out that he's nothing more than a low-life bastard. The light went out. Something's going on. He's leaving. Can't leave. Wait.
Honey, why are you so convinced that Chad is trouble?
Well, look what he's gotten Whitney and Simone involved in. A hit-and-run investigation.
Babe, that wasn't his fault.
And they deliberately disobeyed me when I told them to stay away from him. And worst of all, they went to some strange man's house, a man they don't even know.
All right, I'll give you that. They shouldn't have done it.
And all because of Chad. Well, I want them to stay away from him. He's trouble.
You two were there when he got hit, right?
Inside the apartment.
Well, did you see the car?
No. We just heard the car hitting something and then race off. We went outside. We found Orville in the street.
Well, did he say anything? I mean, describe the car?
Nah, man, he couldn't. I mean, he was knocked out cold.
Maybe he can describe the car when he comes to.
Well, I hope so. Because without a witness, it's going to be hard to track down who did this.
Just look for a car with a lot of recent front-end damage.
Yeah. I'm going to call the police station, put out a bulletin, and do just that. As hard as Orville was hit, the car should have sustained some damage. All right, honey. We'll talk to the girls tomorrow about Chad.
I don't want them around him, TC.
You know, sweetheart, he's really not a bad guy.
I want you to stand behind me on this one, TC. No contact with Chad. None.
Okay, we'll talk. By the way, honey, I saw your car. What happened to it?
What?
When I was in the parking lot, I noticed that your headlight was busted. What happened?
Oh, I hit a bump in the road.
Babe, are you okay?
Oh, fine.
Well, okay, I'll just drop it by the shop tomorrow.
No.
Well, why not?
Well, you're busy. I'll do it.
Okay. Love you.
Gwen,
You kissed Teresa naked?
I thought she was you. That's the only reason.
Oh, sure. Because we look so much alike. I mean, I'm a blonde, she's a brunette.
Look, it was dark. I
Come
was
on.
expecting you, not
Please,
her.
Gwen, don't be mad. If you could have seen what Ethan had planned for you, the caviar, the champagne, the oysters, they were wonderful. I mean...
You and Teresa ate the dinner that you and I were supposed to have?
We had to eat.
No, I have heard enough, Ethan.
I swear to you, Gwen, I had no idea she was coming here.
Mr. Crane was supposed to call and tell Ethan that he sent me up here with the papers, but he didn't.
Your father sent her up here?
Yes, he had some important business papers I needed to sign.
You can tell me.
There's nothing to tell, Father.
Teresa and I don't have a sexual relationship. We don't have any kind of relationship.
All right, I can understand if you'd rather not talk about it with your old man.
But you're a hot-blooded young man. I mean, I can't believe you haven't noticed the body on that girl. She's incredible looking.
Well, yes, she's very beautiful.
So if you haven't taken her to bed, you have to admit it's crossed your mind, hasn't it? Hmm? Hmm?
How convenient.
Gwen, she just brought up the papers to get my signature, and then she was to leave.
And why didn't she leave?
Look, I called her a cab to take her to the train station, but it broke down on the way here. Then I tried to take her myself, but the car battery went dead. And it was snowing like crazy, and then the electricity and the heat went off.
The fire was all the heat we had in the cabin.
Oh, not to mention all the heat you two generated all snuggled up with each other, right, Teresa?
Gwen, nothing happened. It was completely innocent.
If it was so innocent, why didn't you tell me she was here when I was on the phone?
I should have, but...
You know what? I don't even want to hear the lies, Ethan.
I'm not lying.
You know, I don't want to hear any of it. All of these little innocent encounters with Teresa have been one too many, and I am tired of it. I am out of here.
Look, Gwen, please, don't leave yet. Let me explain to you.
Oh, Ethan. Gwen's mad. Really mad.
Obviously, he didn't want to talk to us.
Obviously. See what a wonderful father I have?
Okay, girls, I'm taking you home. It's late.
We'll talk in the morning.
Later.
Where are you going?
Orville's room. I'm gonna wait in there in case he wakes up.
Chad. Listen, if he says anything about the accident or your past, I want to know about it.
My past is nobody's business but mine.
Not anymore. This is a police matter now because of the hit and run.
My past ain't got nothing to do with that.
Orville seemed to know about you. Said if you keep looking into your past, that you may die.
Man, that didn't mean nothing.
It might, considering his own accident. Now, finding out about your past may be the key to solving this case. It also means finding out as much as we can about the old man, who he is, and who and what he knows. Luis is off for a few days, so I'm going to take this case myself.
I'm sorry for getting you down here so late, Mr. Linder.
That's all right. That's why my name and number's listed in case of emergencies. You said you were a cop.
Harmony PD. It's a small town in New England.
You're a little out of your jurisdiction, aren't you?
This is very important.
You said on the phone you're looking for Martin Fitzgerald.
Right.
Is he in some kind of trouble?
Well, I'm not sure. Just want to make sure I have the right Martin Fitzgerald. What do you know about him?
He's a good worker.
How long has he worked here?
About 15 years.
You know where he came from?
Well, he said he came from California, but every once in a while I pick out a kind of a New England accent.
You ever say anything about family?
Well, he said he'd never been married, but...
But what?
Well, when he first started here, I noticed he had a tan line there on the wedding ring finger.
You sure?
Yeah, I remember. Some of the other guys noticed it, too. We just figured he was going through some kind of messy divorce or something. We didn't bring it up.
Well, it looks like we got the right Martin Fitzgerald.
Go to bed, Ivy.
I had my suspicions before, but it is all crystal clear to me now. You are involved in Martin Fitzgerald's disappearance. You and Alistair.
Oh, stop right there.
You made up that whole story about him embezzling money from Crane Industries. That's not why he left town. You and your father forced him to leave. Forced him to leave his family. Why? What are you and Alistair trying to cover up? What are you hiding?
You're out of control.
I want answers, Julian. I will not let some devious scheme that you and Alistair put together hurt Ethan's future. Do you understand? Now, what have you done? And why are you so afraid of Luis and Sheridan tracking down that man in New Mexico? Tell me! Why did Martin leave his family? Why has he never contacted them? He loved them! Unless that man in New Mexico isn't Martin Fitzgerald. Unless he's just a decoy that you and Alistair are paying to impersonate Pilar's husband. Is that it? What the hell is going on, Julian? I want some answers.
Kind of feel sorry for Chad, not knowing anything about his past.
Yeah, I guess you could relate more, with Grace not remembering the first part of her own life.
Yeah.
You know, Sammy, sometimes the past is better left a mystery.
Maybe. What do you think, Eve?
I know what you're hiding. All of it. The secret you've kept from your husband, what you did years ago outside of town. You think I don't know? Well, I do. And I can prove it. I'll tell you that secret that you've kept hidden in your soul all these years. I'll tell you every horrible detail right now.
I don't know. I guess it depends on what's in your past.
Sammy, my wife is perfect. Mwah. There's nothing in her past to worry about.
You're wrong, TC. There is something. And if it comes out, it will destroy all our futures.
You're hysterical, Ivy.
Tell me the truth. If you are involved in Martin Fitzgerald's disappearance, then I want to know.
Leave it alone.
This affects me. It affects Ethan, and it affects Pilar. I consider her a friend.
And Ethan is your son. Now, who's more important to you, the housekeeper or your own child? Look, I know you despise me, but I also know that you love all the wealth and power that derives from being Mrs. Julian Crane. You want to lose that? You care for your housekeeper friend so much that you'd trade this mansion for the kind of rundown bungalow on the wrong side of the tracks that she lives in?
Oh, you exaggerate.
Am I? I am warning you. Stop asking questions. Stop snooping around. If Alistair is willing to sacrifice his own daughter to keep the family secrets, just what in the hell do you think he'd do to you?
Do you have an address for Martin Fitzgerald?
Sure.
He won't be there. If we find out where he works, he's gonna figure we'll find out where he lives.
So what do we do?
I don't know. Any other idea where he might have gone?
No. No, wait a minute. Martin's got this little fishing cabin up in the hills. He loves to fish. Now, he's not been going up there much this year. The stream's been dry. We're way overdue for rain. But still, it's pretty isolated. He might have gone up there.
You know where it is?
Yeah, I can write out directions for you.
Oh, and, you got a rental car?
Yeah, I'm a loaner. I run out to my customers now and then. Let me get the keys and the paperwork.
It's gotta be him. My father loved to fish. Taught me how. I'm going up there tonight.
I'm going with you. I'm going.
Fine. Just stay out of my way. When I come face to face with my father, he's gonna have a lot of explaining to do.
I thought this had all been taken care of. I thought no one would come looking for me. Julian had better handle this. After all these years, I don't want my secret discovered.
Can you imagine, Whitney, snowed in with Ethan?
And Gwen found you asleep together in front of the fire.
With Ethan's arm around me.
And she didn't claw your eyes out?
What would be the point? Deep down, she knows there's nothing she can do. Ethan's fallen for me.
Gwen?
Go back inside, Ethan. You're gonna catch pneumonia.
Look, I don't care. You have to believe me. This is a misunderstanding.
It's always a misunderstanding with you, Ethan. Look, I bought it the first time. I even let it go the second time, but this is ridiculous.
Gwen, please.
No, don't.
Gwen, you mean everything to me. You are the only woman I love. You are the only woman I want. And you have to believe me.
Don't you think I want to?
Then do.
Ethan, a relationship is nothing without trust. I thought I could trust you. But something was broken tonight, something I don't think can ever be fixed.
Don't say that. You can trust me.
If I could trust you, why didn't you tell me Teresa was here when I called?
I didn't want you to get upset.
What else haven't you told me because you didn't want me to be upset? Would I have ever found out that you kissed Teresa if she hadn't blurted it out?
I told you, I thought she was you.
How many times have you kissed me over the years, Ethan? Hundreds? Thousands? How could you possibly kiss her and think she was me? No, there's something else going on here.
No, there isn't.
With her, there is, Ethan. I told you she's in love with you, and now
No.
to find you two up here alone,
My father sent her up there, and then we got snowed in.
I can't listen to it anymore. I can't.
Gwen? Gwen?
Gwen just drove off, and she is really mad.
Well, can you blame her? I mean, how would you feel if you found the man you loved alone in a cabin with another girl?
I wouldn't like it at all, but if I were confident in his love, I would trust him. I'd never let any girl come between us. I'd stay and fight for him. Gwen didn't. She drove off.
So what? Do you think it's over between them?
It could be. And if it is, Ethan's finally free to be with me. At long last, Ethan